Hello everyone. Yes, it's been a minute in here. I've been away for so long. Nothing happened. I was just busy with certain things, but I am back and I think I am back for good. So yes, tell me welcome in the comment section. Well, today I want to address a concern because I've had many people who have reached out to me either by referral or people who know me personally or my subscribers who have asked that coming to the UK via the student route is actually quite expensive. As we all know, not everybody can afford it, especially because of the amount you have to pay before you get your CAS. Well, like I tell them, the healthcare assistant route is still available when you come into the country as a skilled worker, which was opened up February of 2022. Yes, you can actually explore this route. Now, from a doctor's point of view, there will always be need for healthcare assistants. Reason being that the aging population in the UK is on the increase and people who need support are still there, the vulnerable people. So we need healthcare assistants in the country. Now, aside from the people who have come in and gotten this job, now after a year or two, you see they leave it to other kind of jobs, and then there are more vacancies. So yes, healthcare assistant job will always be made available as far as the United Kingdom is concerned. But before we continue, what are you waiting for? Do well to click on the subscribe button so you can be a part of my local community. On this channel, I share information that can help you migrate to the UK or any other country that's open up to immigrants. And I share anything you need to know as a new immigrant in the United Kingdom, especially for students. So do what, click on the subscribe button and be a part of this community, and I assure you, you will not regret. And don't forget to share this video with a friend. Without wasting much time, let's dive right into it. Just like I said, the healthcare job will always be available in the UK. I once met a manager for a particular care home and I had a discussion with her. She's a Nigerian, so I had like an extensive discussion with her to know how this thing is done. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a slot because the slot's already filled up. But there are slots for people who have health background, especially the nurses. Now, they don't just need regular workers at this point in time. They need people who have like ideas about health issues, can deal with aging population. So now that brings me to today's discussion. Now, coming to the UK as a healthcare assistant is more than just saying I'm a graduate. Now, the competition is high. Everybody is vying for this position. Now, what step have you taken to be able to put you in a limelight, to be able to get this job, to make you attractive to a particular employer? Now, here's the first thing. You need to have the experience for you to be able to get this job. Now, if you see many jobs that have been advertised by these healthcare homes, they need experience. It has the NVQ1, level 1, 2, or 3. And there are other care certification courses you can actually do to boost your CV. Now, I understand that in Nigeria, there are some places where you can actually do these courses for a token, or you can even do them online. In the UK, unfortunately, I have not been able to get a link, but yes, I'm going to work towards that this week, next week, and I'll bring that update to you. That being said, if you've been able to gather these certification courses and add them to your CV, the next thing is for you to write your IELTS. If you've always been watching my video, you will see what I talk about, that IELTS cannot be overruled, even though there's an alternative to IELTS. But yes, today I'm going to advise you that you should write the IELTS. It spans for 2 years. So even if it takes you 6 months to 8 months to 1 year to get a job, your IELTS is still valid. Now, when you have your IELTS on the other hand, the next thing is for you to get experience. Because someone asked me that what if he reads about it, he knows what to do, he can defend his CV when he gets an interview. I'm like, no. It's more than that. I've had people who have gone for interview, they have the certificates, but they don't have experience. It's one thing to say, I took care of my grandma and I visited some people, I know what is done. You know, I was in a village with some elderly people, but you were not working there. You don't really know how much it takes or what you have to do. It's not just reading the books, but having the experience. You know, when you have the experience, it gives you an edge, because there are other people who are also vying for this position from other parts of the world, people who have the experience, who have the certificates. So when you think about it, like, why would they have to choose you over someone who has the experience? So the next thing is for you to actually go and get this experience. There are some care homes or hospitals in Nigeria or in your country, wherever you are, that you can actually attach yourself. I know in Nigeria, there are some hospitals that they collect money for you to do some voluntary work for them. They charge you fee You know, everybody's trying to make a business out of everything. They charge you fee, but then if you can do it not every day, you can decide to do 3 times in a week and for a period of 6 months, so you can have the experience. And aside that, you need a reference from wherever you've worked, so that is also very important. So your IELTS, your care certificates, and then the experience. Now when you have these 3 together and then you submit your CV to any employer, it gives you a high chance to move to the next level, which is the interview stage. Now, getting to the interview stage is good. Why? Because when you hear your employer talk, you know, when they ask you questions and you answer, maybe or maybe not, you get a job. It will give you like the liberty to be able to understand how this thing actually work. And then when you're submitting your CV, submit to more than one agency or one care home. Don't just submit to one care home and hoping that, okay, this particular one is going to give me the job. Sometimes it happens, but other times it doesn't. So submit to as many care homes and agencies as possible. And then when you are getting to the interview stage for various jobs, one is definitely going to work out for you. So yes, your IELTS, your experience. The UK is big on experience. I need to emphasize on this. Even any other job, the UK is big on experience. You look at experience more than what you have in your CV, like your certificate. So your experience really counts. Your certificate and then your courses. When you have these 3 together, put them and then submit it to so many agencies. I'll start advertising more jobs that I come across again. It's more than just reading the book and saying, oh, I know this and I know that. First of all, do you even know what a care job is? A care job is where you come and take care of old people, vulnerable people, either as a support worker, and just so many more to it. Do you understand? If you make any mistake, it can actually land you in some problems that you never thought of. Yeah, so that's why during the interview stage, you can even ask a question, an experience you might have encountered and how you were able to resolve it. So if you don't know all these things through experience, it's going to be difficult for you. Or when you actually come and you're doing the job, and it can be frustrating because not everything's all rosy. It can be frustrating, but then with your experience, you know how to deal with all these things when they come your way. So do this basic and prepare yourself for interview, equip yourself. You know, the experience prepares you better for interview than what you actually read, because what you read is what you know in your head. You're not your horizon is not actually broad, so you have to read and then use your experience, use both of them together, put it out there to your employer, and then you'll stand a better chance of getting this job. And then if you're a student in the UK and you know that your 2 years post-study work visa is almost coming to an end, this is another route that is best for you to explore, because there are so many jobs on a daily basis. Sometimes I go out, I see adverts, even in the buses, you see adverts. Yes, they are still recruiting. They are always going to recruit. So in case you have more questions after doing these basics, then you can feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. But like I said, do the basics first, then submit your CV. In case you're looking for interview questions, I have them on my channel. I'll try and leave the link in the comment section in the description box. And any other thing, I know I'll come to the comment section and I'll pin it there. So guys, thank you so much. And yes, I am back. I am back for good. And aside from just sharing information about the UK, I want to do something especially for the mothers who are coming to the UK, because so many things have been happening. I have seen, not hearsay, I have seen how they took away someone's child from her because of certain mistake that you think is normal in Africa. Well, it is not normal here. So I'm going to either invite a resource person, a doctor who I met. She's a mother here in the UK and she knows this thing because she's been here for a really long time, to come and talk to us, or she shares the information with me and I'll bring it on here to talk to us what we ought to know, at least what you need to have at the back of your mind for coming to the UK, especially if you have children. Children, very important, because we don't want to see ourselves staying in prison or them taking our children away from us, or you know, when they come to warn you, the first one, the second one, and that's actually a red flag. So I'll also be discussing that on my channel. So if this sounds interesting to you and it's something you know you want to hear, no one has really told you, because I'm going to tell you how it is without missing words, please do well to click on the subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell so that anytime I drop a new video, you'll be the first to get a notification. I missed everybody here and I'm happy to be back. So guys, let's do this together. Thank you so much for always supporting me, watching my video, liking and commenting. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video.